Okay. So hey guys, finally passed the prologue of the game, and as you can see, I'm Rialta Noah, Face Day Night Fate. Wait, there's a quote here. I have a secret that I haven't told you. I'm a Magi. 3 years after the death of his foster father, strange events begin happening in town, and he finds himself drawn into a battle between the Magi called Masters. Oh, interesting. So I just wanna, okay, make sure everything's the same. Let's see what's extras. What's extras? They would have. Oh fuck! Shit! Damn it! I didn't mean to click that. No, wait, stop. I thought they would show like scenes from the prologue. Can I exit menu? No, wait, no. Exit game. No, how do you do this? Fuck. No, wait, hold up. I don't want to. Wait, hold up. Wait, stop. How the fuck you get out of this? Can I just exit the fucking... Okay, let's just skip through all this. Okay, this is taking way too long. Alright, I'm gonna have to start this shit over. Ugh! I really hate this! What the fuck? You can't go back to the menu? Like... Exit, I guess. Alright, goddamn. Anyway, I want to check out the extras. What they got? Huh. Another? What does that mean? Oh, here you go! Oh. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Yeah, okay. Any more? Oh, it's interesting. Now we have this stuff here and Fate. Oh, that's just the booklet of all the other shit we did. Non-displayed. Okay, go back. Music. There's movies and ending list. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm gonna go back. And I played for 5 hours. Cool. Damn. That's just like my life just gone. Alright, let's just start this game. Oh, here we go. Archer's note. I am the bone of my sword. Seals my body and fires my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades. A no to death, nor no to life. Have a wait, what? Withstood pain a great many weapons, yet those hands will never hold anything. So as I pray, limited blade works. Where did he come up with this? Where did Archer come? Did he did he make it up? I feel like he would. Here we go with the sad music again. Oh, this is the place where Emiya was. When I came to, I was in a burning field. I guess there was a big fire. The familiar town had turned to ashes, and it looked like the remains of a battle from the movie. But it didn't last long either. The fire had died down by the time the sun rose. The tall wall of flames had shortened, and most of the buildings had fallen. It felt strange being the only thing in that place that still had its original form. I was the only one still alive around here. I must have been really lucky, or my house was built in a very lucky spot. I don't know which it was. The point is, I was the only one left alive. I felt that since I survived, I should live on. I started walking aimlessly because I thought it would be dangerous just to stay here. I wasn't really concerned about getting burned up like the people lying around me. Probably because over and above not wanting to be like them, I had a strange feeling in my mind. But still, I had no choice. Hope. It was already a wonder I was still alive, so I couldn't expect to be saved. I won't survive. Whatever happens, I won't be able to escape from this red world. It was such an absolute hell that even a small child could understand it. I'm gonna go back with like fucking saber and shit. And collapse. Was it because there was no air? Was it because no function was left in my body? Anyway, I collapsed and stared up at the clouded sky. Everything around me was burned up, and I could see many shriveled people. The dark clouds loomed overhead, telling me it would rain soon. That's good. The fire will be put out once it rains. In the end, I sighed deeply and looked up at the sky. I say to myself that it hurts. You know, for a kid, he's thinking a lot. I say so on behalf of all the people who couldn't even say so. That was 10 years ago. After that, I was miraculously saved. The body survived, but I think all the other things about me burned up and were reduced to ashes. If you take away a child's parents' home and all such things, there's nothing left for him. That's why there was only my body. I think it's a simple story. In other words, in order to let my body live, my heart died. Oh. Oh, shit. That's some deep shit. I don't know if he's speaking literally or he's legit serious. Like, yeah. Anyway, I'm dreaming. He wakes up in the shed. I squint my eyes at the white light. So bright, I think. It was just light under her eyes when I woke up, but I'm not used to it. I probably didn't even understand what the bright light meant. Huh? Where are we? When my eyes focus, I'm surprised. I'm lying on an unfamiliar bed in an unfamiliar room. I'm surprised, but the room is so white and clean that I feel safe. Yeah, where the fuck am I? I look around. The room is... Oh, this is when that guy... I forgot his name, but yeah, okay. The room is big and there are many beds. This is past it. The person is in each bed and... Wait, what? A person is in each bed and everyone seems to be hurt. But nothing feels ill in this room. Everyone who's hurt is someone who was saved. I relax and let my eyes wander. Outside the window, the bright blue sky was unbelievably beautiful. After a few days, I finally understood. I could clearly remember what had happened in the past few days. Even so, it was no different from a newborn baby. Not just a metaphor, it was close to the truth. Anyway, it was a terrible fire. I had been saved from it. Was in the I had been saved from it. Was in the hospital with my body wrapped in bandages and my parents were gone. I didn't get the situation, but I vaguely understood that I was alone. I think I understood quickly. Well, there was nothing but children in similar situations around me, so all I could do was absorb the fact. And after that, that man came right when I was beginning to worry of what would happen to me next. He came on the day my bandages were taken off and I was able to eat without help. Wrinkled coat and uncombed hair, the man, a bit younger than a doctor, felt more like a big brother than a father. A smile that seems to melt into the white sunlight. I think it was a suspicious voice, but a very kind voice. Oh yeah. That man was saying he could adopt me. When I asked him if he was a relative of mine, he said he was just a stranger. Hey, at least he's speaking the truth. Okay. He looked like an unreliable guy with no future. But it made no difference, as I knew nothing about either one, him or the orphanage. So I decided to go with him. I guess. The man quickly started packing my stuff. His packing wasn't very good, even in the eyes of a child. Then after making a big mess... Is that okay? He turns to me lightheartedly and says... He says it in a serious, exaggerated tone. It happened in an instant. Come to think of it now, I was really a child back then. I automatically believed those words. That's so cute. Oh, that's cute. I guess I said so with bright eyes. That's cute. A child's innocence, believing everything a person says. Since the time I became his child, actually, I don't remember what I said back then. But my father would always talk about that day. He would remember and retell the story again and again. So for my father, Emiya Kirisugu, right? Kirisugu or Kirisugu? Kirisugu. Kirisugu. Okay. It's just weird. I don't like how I pronounce things badly, so I try to make it sound right. Emiya Kirisugu. Okay. That might have been the happiest day of his life. Kirisugu. So, I guess it was strange for my father to tell me that he was a sorcerer, but I was strange as well for admiring that. And thus I became an adopted son, and my last name became Emiya. Emiya Shiro. When I said my name, I was really proud of having the same last name as Kirisugu. I'm dreaming. A story from my childhood. It was when I finally convinced my father to make me his student, so it must have been about 8 years ago. When I was old enough to stay at home by myself, Kirisugu started to leave the house on a regular basis. He was saying his normal tone that he would travel the world and actually act on these words. That's how it was after that. It was normal for him to leave the house empty for a month, and he sometimes wouldn't come home for half a year. Oh, damn! The Emiya house is a big Japanese-style house, and Kirisugu and I were the only ones living there. I was perplexed in this house at times, as it was too big for a child, and the phone's ringing. I'm not going to answer it, though, but I'm going to look to see who's calling. Okay, anyway, I was pleasant that it was too big for a child, but still I like my life here. Emiya Kirisugu would come home from his journeys and tell me lots of stories like a child, and a child who shared his last name would be at home waiting for those stories. I was always alone in the house, but that loneliness would all fade when it's dead, with the stories he brought back. The father who was always chasing his dreams like a kid. His attitude was astounding, but he always seemed dazzling to me. That might be why I wanted to be like him someday. Well, on top of that, looking at my ever-dreaming father, I felt I should become reliable myself. Yeah, so we went back, and this is when, one day, yeah... Face Day night, okay. I hear a sound. I hear a heavy, old, rusty sound as the door opens. Light enters the dark shadow. Damn, that was in my ear! Ah! My mind waking up. Damn, she's loud as shit. Hold up, let me just lower this for a little bit. Alright. I'm awake, yes. Feels the cold air and approaching footsteps. Ugh, so loud. Get out of my face. I don't like her for some reason. I really don't. I think because she keeps saying fucking senpai. Like, shut up. Sakura smiles and nods as if accustomed to the situation. Senpai,
まだ時間はありますけど、ここで眠っていたら藤村先生に怒られます。
そうだな。よく起こしに来てくれた。いつもすまない。
そんなことありません。先輩、いつも朝は早いですから、こんな風に起こしに来れるなんてたまにしかありません。
Sakura seems more upbeat than usual today, as if she's happy about something.
そうかな。結構さくらには起こされてるぞ、俺。けど、藤姉には叩き起こされるから、さくらの方が助かる。これに懲りずに次は頑張る。
I answer her with a sleepy head. I don't know what I'm saying with my mind not fully awake.
わかりました。でも、頑張ってもらわない方が嬉しいです、私。
Sakura is giggling. Gugh, I guess my head was still dozing and I said something weird.
ちょっと待ってくれ。すぐ起きるから。
The cold outside air helps in situations like this. The chill works well to beat the sleepiness out of my head. In front of me is Mato Sakura, my junior at school. This place is a shed behind my house, and the time is 6 o'clock.
目が覚めた。ごめんな、さくら。またやっちまった。朝の支度手伝わないといけないのに。
そんなのいいんです。先輩、夕べも遅かったんでしょ？なら、朝はゆっくりしてください。朝食の支度は私がしておきますから。
Hold up, take my hair out of this thing that I have. I use it so I can dry my hair because I need to condition my hair soon. My hair is still wet. All right. Ugh, it smells good though. Anyway, yeah. Sakura says so in a happy tone. It's unusual. Sakura really seems to be in a good mood this morning.
バカ、そういうわけにいくか。今起きるから一緒にキッチンに行こう。よし、準備完了。それじゃあ行こう、さくら。
いえ、先輩。
What？
なんだよ。他に何かあるのか？
いえ、そういうことではないんですけど、先輩。
What, am I naked or something?
家に戻る前に着替えた方がいいと思います。
That said, I looked down on myself. I fell asleep while I was working, so I'm still wearing my overalls. Being my work clothes, they're pretty dirty. I can't imagine what Fujine would say to me if I went into the house like this.
まだ目が覚めてないみたいだ。なんか普段に増して抜けてるな、俺。
そうかもしれませんね。ですから 朝食の支度は私に任せて、先輩はもう少しゆっくりしていてください。それにほら、ここを散らかしっぱなしにしていたら藤村先生に怒られるでしょ。
That is true.
そうだな。それじゃあ着替えてから行くから、さくらは先に戻っていてくれ。
はい、お待ちしてますね、先輩。
Sakura leaves. Well, this is it. I have to change into my school uniform and clear up this mess. The shed is built on the edge of our yard, and just as it seems, it's a warehouse we put all our junk in. But for me, it's a place of treasures, as I've enjoyed messing with things since I was a kid. Father didn't allow me to go into the shed, but I always sneaked in here. As a result, it became my base. For me, Emiyashiro, I guess you could call this place my real room. The big Emiya household doesn't suit me. I can only relax in this place, space full of junk.
そもそももったいないじゃないか。ガラクタって言ってもまだ使えるし。
Most of the things in here are appliances that can't be used anymore. Did I bring all the junk in here because I like the place, or did I come to like it here because of all the junk? Anyway, since I was always sneaking in here, it became my hobby to fix the broken things. It's not like I get attached to the things. I think it just annoys me not to use things that can still be used. And just like that, I was fixing up the stove.
完成はしたか。途中で寝るなんて集中力が足りない証拠だ。
I shake off the feeling of disappointment myself. I gathered the parts of the stove and put them on the shelf, full of things waiting to be fixed. There are no spaces on this shelf full of things awaiting repair. An old VCR awaits after the stove. I guess I'll ignore the fact that Fujine broke both of them. I changed into my uniform. This place is like my room, and it holds changes of clothes along with other things I need. It also has lots of blueprints and junk, the results of failures from which I do my training. There's also some kind of old design inscribed on the floor, like an altar or something.
今日も一日頑張って精進しよう。
Well, I know that's like the summoning circle for, servant. Clapping my hands in prayer to the shed, I head for the house. I just want to get to the part when Saber fights Lancer, and then after that, we find Totaka, and yeah, I'm right from the shed. And then my house is you already said that. Japanese-style house on the outskirts of town. My father wasn't much of a respected person in town, but he somehow still had this huge house. That's interesting. That on its own is a mystery, but it also seems he didn't have any relatives in Japan. That's also interesting. That's why the house became mine and no one else's when my father died. Oh, sweet. Did they say this in the anime already? I totally forgot, but okay, so he's dead. Though to be honest, I don't have that kind of management ability. Old man Fujimura is in charge of complicated things like inheritance and property taxes. Old man Fujimura is the big landlord in this neighborhood. According to father, the old man's like a Yakuza boss. Yakuza. Of course, this is just prejudice. He's not like a Yakuza boss. He is a Yakuza boss. Well, that's a problem in itself, but I prefer to ignore it. It's certainly true that he's energetic and scary, but he's actually not that bad a person. He really helps me as he pays a lot when I tune up the motorcycle he likes to ride. Anyway, that's why I'm the only one living in this big house. It's been 5 years since father died. The days have passed quickly. I sigh thinking about how much I've grown in those 5 years. I've trained every day to be like Kiritsugu, but it's not that easy in reality. It's natural because I had no talent to begin with, but what can be said about having no improvement at all in 5 years? To sum up the present in one sentence, my goal is so far away that I'm not even at the starting line yet. Now I guess it won't do any good to rush. For now, I have to do what I can. Well then. Right now I should... Okay, first I'm gonna save. There's already a choice right now. Come the fuck on. I said, okay, I saved, right? Yes, I did. Okay. I don't like her. I really do. Oh, jeez. No, I don't like her. I really don't. I'll go and finish my daily. Okay, so she is doing the stuff already, and she's independent. I mean, she does this shit all the time, so she doesn't really need me. But the character Emiya is just like, you know what? I'll just stop right here since it's almost gonna be like 20 minutes, and I'll think about it. Yeah, so see you guys later. Bye.